These magnificent creatures can stretch up to 26 to 30 feet long
and weigh over 11,000 pounds. As the largest member of the dolphin family, they possess exceptional intelligence, complex communication abilities, and strong social bonds.
The pod shifts its motion to the shoreline, targeting unsuspecting prey.
Orcas typically live in groups known as pods, which can number in the dozens, where cooperation and discipline forge their ultimate strength. Their hunting prowess is legendary across the oceans. Employing collective tactics, they strike with devastating precision. The orcas continue their assault. The gray whale struggles heavily, completely surrounded by the agile predators in the with their superior intelligence, incredible speed, and raw power. The gray whale rolls defensively as the orcas bite and push from all sides. A relentless, calculated predators exploit the vulnerable underside of their prey. The behemoth's resistance fades under the relentless siege.
Killer whales aren't just apex predators.
They are the undisputed monarchs of the sea.
When targeting dolphins,
some of the ocean's most agile swimmers, killer whales don't rely on brute force alone. Instead, they unleash the full power of their collective intelligence. The orca pod splits into smaller groups, setting a meticulous trap.
And coordinating their movements flawlessly, steadily pushing their prey into an inescapable encirclement.
The apex predator. The primal force of nature, unmatched in its aquatic domain. This is a tense showdown between two of the ocean's most intelligent species. Dolphins leverage their speed and agility to escape, but their adversaries are cold. Calculating strategists who know precisely when to deliver the finishing blow. Each hunt is a chilling display of collective might. Cementing the killer whale's reign at the top of the oceanic food chain. Over seals resting on the ice. When a seal finds refuge on a floating ice flue, the orca pod doesn't charge head-on. Instead, they unite, swimming in perfect synchronicity at high speeds, generating colossal waves. The prey, no matter how vigilant, struggles to resist the sheer power of an ocean stirred by these intelligent predators. High aerial view shows the empty, fragmented ice floes. The dark water settles as the orcas disappear beneath the surface. The orca reigns supreme in the freezing ocean. But as the sun sets, the wilderness reveals an even vaster, more perilous landscape. The polar bear, the largest bear species on the planet, reigns supreme primarily within the Arctic Circle. Its immense body, capable of weighing over 1,320 pounds, is cloaked in a thick, white fur coat and insulated by a deep layer of blubber,
equipping it to endure the harshest cold.
Powerful legs, ending in large, paddle-like paws, not only provide balance on the ice, but also propel them effortlessly through frigid waters, making polar bears exceptional swimmers, capable of traveling dozens of miles. These apex hunters primarily target seals, a high-energy food source vital for their survival through the long winters. The primal force of nature, the adult female polar bear, maintains a relentless drive for survival. It's from the stealthy.
Its hunting skills are honed by the brutal environment.
A hypersensitive sense of smell can detect prey from miles away.
And extraordinary patience allows them to wait for hours on the ice surface.
The tension in the air is so palpable.
It feels as though the entire ice field has frozen solid.
And then, nature reveals its most unforgiving essence, where the polar bear embodies ferocity, cold calculation,
and absolute relentlessness. In the harsh, frozen wilderness, the most dangerous adversary sometimes isn't another species,
but their own kind. Massive male polar bears readily clash in breathtaking confrontations,
Battling for territory, food resources, or mating rights.
The tranquil silence is torn apart by roars echoing across the snow and ice.
A dramatic display of raw power. The titans grapple fiercely, biting and clawing in a brutal struggle for dominance over the frozen wastes.
The brutal endurance match continues, with neither combatant willing to yield in this unforgiving landscape.
These battles can be prolonged, with no easy victor, leaving deep scars on their bodies. A testament to the savage existence in the high north.
In this desolate frozen world, danger lurks everywhere, from wandering male bears to other predators.
The mother bear becomes the sole fortress, shielding her cubs.
When her young are too fragile to defend themselves. The mother bear unhesitatingly sacrifices her own safety to ensure their survival. Amidst the frigid waters, a pod of beluga whales surfaces.
On the drifting ice flues above, a polar bear waits in silent ambush.
The atmosphere grows heavy, for both species understand the fragile stakes of this moment of survival.
The apex predator of the north, the polar bear, surveys the frigid waters.
Below the ice, this confrontation is more than just a hunt. It's nature's brutal test. It's an unequal yet dramatic struggle, where a single mistake means life instantly vanishing. Saints, Sun Pai, into the icy depths of the Arctic Ocean,
where winds howl relentlessly and the sun rarely shews its face. The Arctic wolf emerges as a symbol of resilience and cunning.
These wolves typically live in packs of 5 to 10 individuals, organizing their hunts with meticulous coordination. A unique subspecies of the gray wolf, it thrives in the most desolate expanses of the Arctic archipelago and Greenland. But also shields it from bitter cold that can plummet to tens of degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. The Eurasian wolf continues its relentless pursuit across the vast, unforgiving landscape, a primal force driven by the instinct for survival.
Across the endless white tundra, Arctic wolves and muskoxen engage in an unforgiving test of survival.
The wolf pack, though smaller, is swift and expertly utilizes its collective coordination to create overwhelming strength. The wolf sprints parallel to the herd, desperately attempting to force an opening in their ranks. The oxen, however, hold their ground. The chase escalates. The wolf darts swiftly, relentlessly pressuring the rear of the herd to find a vulnerability.
Racing, the heavily built musk oxen form a tight defensive circle, ready to protect their young at the center with every ounce of their remaining power.
As the distance narrows, the atmosphere becomes suffocating.
The Arctic tundra, a vast and unforgiving landscape. Here, the apex predator, the white wolf, asserts its dominance. This is more than just a confrontation between hunter and prey. It's a struggle of collective strategy. It's a battle to the death, where the hunter's relentless persistence clashes with the prey's desperate defensive instinct. The brutal reality of survival plays out as the pack secures its kill. In this frozen land, this battle determines more than just a meal or a life. It lays bare the raw truth of nature.
Within the relentless cycle of survival in the high Arctic,
caribou are always the greatest prize for an Arctic wolf pack.
From behind, the wolves patiently track every movement,
transforming the distance between hunter and hunted into an unpredictable tightrope of tension.
The hunt is a grueling test of both speed and persistence.
Caribou are robust and resilient, yet the wolves, like persistent shadows, cling to their trail, waiting for the moment their prey shows weakness. The tundra wolf, a primal force of nature, relentlessly pursues the isolated caribou across the unforgiving landscape. Survival hangs in the balance. On the frigid snow, this pursuit leaves no room for error. The snowy owl is a distinctive raptor of the Arctic.
conspicuous with its thick, pure white plumage.
This allows it to both retain warmth in the brutal cold and provide perfect camouflage against the snow.
Its piercing yellow eyes and exceptionally sensitive ears enable it to detect the slightest movement.
Even in the darkness of night, or during a blizzard. Snowy owls are active hunters even during the day, spending much of their time soaring over vast ice fields in search of prey. Their primary diet consists of lemmings, Arctic hares, and smaller birds.
Its brilliant yellow eyes pierce through the snowy veil, capturing every minute movement on the ground below.
Detecting prey, the owl drops swiftly and silently toward the earth. With just the slightest hint of prey, its body immediately tenses like a coiled spring, ready for the explosive moment. Each hunt is a tense drama of unwavering patience against lethal instinct, making the snowy owl a silent harbinger of death across the northern snowscapes. As one generation feed, the apex predator continues its endless patrol across the unforgiving landscape. Our journey concludes, yet its echoes resonate still. Amidst the frigid oceans,
Across the vast white ice fields, or within the silent open skies, each species has etched its unique piece into the
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to support us. We look forward to seeing you on our next adventures, exploring the wild world.